it's Siblings Play, and we're back with another video. What are we doing today?
So the country's head boy just got into a divorce. Sad story, but we have to talk about it.
Yeah.
But before we get into it, let's just check out this clip first,
Okay.
and then you tell me what you think.
Some sad breaking news coming out of South Africa. Springbok captain Siya Kolisi has announced that him and his wife Rachel Kolisi are getting a divorce. Obviously, this comes as a massive surprise. They released a mutual statement where they said, "We have mutually decided to end our marriage and that we remain great friends and committed partners in raising our children." Here's the full statement if you would like to read it. This comes as a massive surprise.
What are your thoughts on all of this?
I'm sure you remember that the day I actually saw it for the first time, I was so shocked. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this. They just look so happy. They, like the whole family situation just seemed so perfect, and people are obviously always celebrating them because, people like how rugby players are, committed individuals. It always seemed, who have, it always seemed like they've got their shit together, basically. Family, they like family men, most of them, if not all of them, are married, things like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, this happened. Unfortunately, when the news broke, everybody was shocked.
Yeah.
But again, so people were speculating as to how and why the marriage ended, right? And some people have referred us to a snippet in Sia's book,
Yes.
where he was basically telling the reader that the troubles that he deals with, he deals with
Struggled with sexual discipline.
he struggles with women.
Yes.
He struggled with pornography. Like he even said that he had a porn addiction. So people are speculating that might have been one of the reasons why the marriage ended. So for context, like these people have been together for a very long time. Like they were dating even before Sia was big.
Yes.
They were dating even before Sia even became a rugby captain.
Yes.
Before he even played for the Springboks, they were dating. So she was with him in the trenches.
Yes.
She was with him while he was still poor.
Absolutely.
She was with him while he was still struggling, while he was still making a name for himself.
Yes.
So for them to divorce, it has to be a very, very,
Very
big
serious.
thing. Especially now that they've been together for so long.
Yeah.
And now
people
they
like
have
that
kids
are like best
as well.
friends at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So they have kids as well. So making that decision to split up like that, something big must have happened.
Something big must have happened.
And the speculation is Sia cheated.
Cheated.
That's what's been floating around. The speculations that he's cheated, and he's been cheating for a while. And it's not really surprising considering the fact that he's so big, especially he's so big and well known in South Africa, and he travels the world.
I don't know if we're putting too much pressure on him, but we expected more. like we expected more. Why not? You know what I mean? Why not? Why do you have to?
As a guy, it's expected. It's expected as a guy, and gents know this. Like, you're traveling the world, you're big, you have status, you have fame, you're well known.
No, yes, okay, but
he's closer to. There's that. People are saying closer men strike again. They were saying that, so there was also that.
But
it was inevitable.
That's what I hate. I hate that. Why are you being typical, man? And we put you here, and do you here? You know what I'm saying?
No, he's still there. He's still the country's head boy.
No. Besides that, right? But we put you here as a person. You are a person. You're look at an example. You know what I'm saying? Women would probably be like, why can't you be like Sia? You know what I mean? Loyal. He was not only a poster boy for rugby stuff and unity and all of that, but also for family man.
So again, you would think that somebody who struggles with porn, you would think that somebody who struggles with porn will also struggle to stay committed to one person.
Yeah.
And it's proven to be the case. So people tend to underestimate how bad a porn addiction can
absolutely.
be. You know, like it can ruin a lot of aspects in your life.
Absolutely.
Not just your intimacy with your partner. It can affect pretty much everything that you do. So if he openly admits that he was struggling with a porn addiction, I can only imagine like how bad things got between them. You know,
yes.
She probably couldn't satisfy his fetishes
yes.
and the stuff that he's been seeing like online. So maybe their marriage took a strain like that. And
like,
then he was looking,
the situation.
yeah, he was just looking for that kind of stuff, maybe outside, elsewhere, from girls who are willing to do that stuff, you know, all that kind of. So stuff like that can happen, you know. But for me, this is very sad because again, Sia is a role model to a lot of people. He's a role model to a lot of young boys, and he's a role model to men as well. And we look up to him, and we actually admire the fact that he's married, he has a family. It's something to look up to. It's something to aspire to, like as a young man. When you see your head boy, or when you see your rugby captain, he's living a good life. You aspire to do that.
He's
so for
doing
me,
the right thing.
Yeah. So for me, this is why I'm very sad about this, because I again we need to strive for a society that builds families
better.
That's the only way we're gonna improve ourselves, if we build families. So now what happens now when you see the best of the best,
you know that's why people are like,
struggle.
oh, if Sia and Rachel couldn't do it, well, what makes me think? You know, people are talking like that now.
Yeah, when you see the person that you look up to, when you see the person that you deem, you know, is the best of the best, also struggle to keep a marriage going, you know, then you feel like yourself, like you just feel like, then what am I? Who am I? How am I supposed to do all of this, you know? And again, my message will still be the same. Do not let divorces deter you from getting married. Do not do that. You know, we still need to build societies where the family matters. Yeah. So again, it's actually been a very tough year in 2024 for relationships. Yeah, in general. A lot of people have been breaking up, and now we're seeing such a big divorce. And again, marriage is not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. But you need to be willing to at least try and do it, like for the betterment
just
of you.
Just like anything else that is worth having, it's not easy. Yeah. You know.
But again, you know, the problem is my problem is now is that because it's not easy, you need a model to see how to actually do it, right? So if you're born into a good family where both parents are there, they're both married, you will see how they make it work, and you already have a blueprint or a model as to, okay, I've seen my parents do this, so I kind of know how to make a marriage work based on what I've seen from them. But those people who come from single parent households, those people who come from broken families, they don't have that model. So when things get tough, they don't know what to do. They don't know how to act.
You see the door.
Yeah. The first thing you think is just like, no, this is tough. This is hard. I don't want to deal with this anymore. So the first thing you do is like, I'm out. And because you grew up in that environment, it's normal to you, so it's fine. But again, if we actually think about what it takes to build like a good community, we need
families,
good, healthy families. So I'm very sad that Sia
another healthy family broken.
Yeah, like colored babies, right? Colored babies. Colored babies are gonna be being in this co-parenting setup. Co-parenting setup, as much as we try to glamorize it these days, as much as we try to normalize it, as much as we try to make it seem like it's okay, it's cool.
I mean,
like
I guess it's the only alternative now that good. People are, because you know, with people refusing to make things work. And I get it. There are cases where it seems like, you know, like it's not like I don't see like how we can expect maybe Rachel to stay in an environment like that. You know what I mean? Like it's not only just about like, oh, you have to stay now, you know, because this thing must work. We also need to focus on people being fit for marriage as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, because you need to put yourself together. Like, you need to really pull yourself together, and like, you can't be selfish in that situation. This is now you both of you are becoming one, coming together now, becoming one, although you're still two individuals with two different, likes, wants, needs, all of that. But you just need to find a way to accommodate each other, like, within the marriage. But also just, you have a responsibility to be a good person.
Marriage in itself is not easy. It's a very difficult thing, and you constantly, you have to like make it work every day. But what makes it even more difficult these days is that we have a lot of people who are not okay.
Yeah.
Either mentally not okay, spiritually not okay, physically not okay. But there's just a lot of like people who are broken. So trying to get married with people who are broken, who are not okay. Like, for example,
that can be tricky.
Yeah, for example, like you have built yourself up together, you mentally sound, you're good, and you're ready to settle down. And then you just come across somebody who has an issue.
Who's a wreck.
Yeah, who has like a mental health issue, or who has like an addiction, or who is very rude, or all those kind of things. You just come across the wrong person. And then you get married, and then things don't work out, and then you get divorced. And then people just see the divorce rate just skyrocket and think that marriages don't work.
Yeah,
anymore.
But it's like your choice at the
but
your
again,
wrong choice.
Again, there's a whole lot of factors that go into what makes a marriage work, what makes a marriage fail, and all that kind of stuff like that. But one of the most important things I can say is that you have to choose the right partner.
Yes.
You have to know that person inside out before you even decide to marry them.
To make that commitment.
Yeah. So you have to know what you're willing to stand for, and you have to know what are your deal breakers. And then once you've been with your partner long enough to know, okay, this person's not perfect, but I'm willing to work with this.
That.
Yeah, I can deal with her issues.
Yeah.
I can deal with her problems.
Because don't think that things are going to change when you get married. They won't.
Yeah.
Like, don't get into the marriage thinking like, oh, if I give it time, this is going to change or whatever. Or like, hey, it's a bonus if that does. But like, go into it taking that. Like, this is what I'm marrying. You know what I'm... Not a future
or not the ideal version.
Yes, or the ideal,
what you think this person can be.
Yes, like their potential. Don't marry potential. Marry that person.
Marry
so that and you don't. And now, if that fails, like, you have nobody else to blame. Let's be honest, but yourself, but your decision. If you see this person is toxic, how on earth do you want to tie yourself to that forever? And how on earth do you want to bring a life into that if you know that situation is not even good for yourself? So it's like, we just need to learn to make better choices as people. Like, we're not perfect, definitely not perfect, but at the end of the day, our happiness and our sadness is largely influenced by our decisions.
I still advocate, like, for those people who are questioning, should they still get married? After seeing like so many people, so many marriages are failing.
Definitely.
Even the best of people are struggling with marriages and stuff like that. Yes, you should still get married. You should try and find the right partner for you. Try and find a partner that's willing to make it work, because like, you're gonna spend the rest of your life with this person, and over time, both of you people are changing over time. Right?
Yes.
You're not gonna stay the same person.
Yes.
10 years from now, the person you married is not going to be the same person.
Definitely.
That's going to be there 10 years onwards and so forth. So you'll grow together. You're still learning each other. But the main thing is that you're willing to make it work. That's the main thing. And then the next thing is that you're willing to tolerate like each other's bullshit. You're willing to tolerate.
Is this the kind of bullshit I can tolerate?
Yeah, because everybody has their own bullshit.
Yeah.
If you just being honest, everybody has their own bullshit. But the person that you want to marry, you need to be willing to tolerate that for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
That's the thing. That's the stuff that people don't think about when it comes to marriage.
I really also wish, even with women, like I still see this happen, is that like they don't look beyond the wedding day. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they don't look beyond the, you know, the beautiful dress.
They just want the status.
Yes, the status, you know, the what people say, all of that. Like they don't look beyond that.
You will still find that some of the most successful men in the world are married.
Absolutely.
You know, men need stability in order to improve, in order to grow and be their best self. So just because we're seeing marriages fail in the rate that they are, doesn't mean that they don't work, and it doesn't mean that they're not good for society. It's still very beneficial. And I even see some influencers like Abo Penyo saying marriage is a scam, you know, people shouldn't get married because of all the laws and stuff like that surround marriages and stuff. But people don't like to look at the benefits that marriage brings into not only just your neighborhood, but society as a whole. But
and you as an individual as well.
Yeah, it's tragic, specifically for people who like marriages, for people who want to see a better society. But yeah, it is what it is, man. These things happen. But you guys, let us know what you think about this whole situation.
Yeah, let us know.
Don't forget to like, subscribe.
And keep watching. Goodbye.
We'll check you guys in the next one.